Hi, this is Cheryl from Inside Out, and I wanted to respond to a question that one of our students had submitted. She asked the question, why is it that sometimes when you get a word of knowledge, that people will respond and step up to the plate and say, yeah, I have that condition, but then yet when you minister to them, the condition, there's no manifestation of healing, either immediately or progressively or at all. So that's a great question, and I wanted to just respond to that. That's happened to me before several times. What typically happens with me, I don't know why, but a lot of times I'll start to get words of knowledge right as I'm ready to go to sleep, right as I'm ready to shut the computer off and call it a night. That's when I'll start getting a word of knowledge back to back. And so what I typically do is I go on Inside Out and I'll start posting them, and people will start responding. In response to that, a variety of things usually happen. Sometimes just the act of people reading that word of knowledge is enough for them to receive their healing. Then other times they will type out, hey, yeah, that's me, I've got that problem, I've got that health concern. And so what I'll do is I'll tell them to, okay, move it around, test it out, let me know what's going on. And sometimes, there's no quote unquote praying for them, you just have them test it out, and that takes care of it. That's more than enough to just get it situated and over with. And then other times there will be people who respond, and you kind of have to go after a little bit. And as you address the health concern and have them tested out, you may find that after the first time that you do that, the health concern will go away. Other times you may have to go after it repeatedly, and it will gradually go away. And then there are other times when you minister and minister and minister, and not a whole lot of relief takes place. I want to say this, when you get a word of knowledge, even though a lot of times it does seem to be kind of a slam dunk for healing, that's not always the case, because a word of knowledge doesn't move the mountain. Faith moves the mountain. So even though we get a word of knowledge, we still have to release faith for that person to be healed. A lot of times faith feels and looks, and this is something that we talk about often in many of our classes, faith and zeal are like twin sisters. They look the same when you're operating in faith and zeal. It seems like the same thing. It's so close, yet it's so different. And so only one will move the mountain. Faith will move the mountain, but zeal will not get the job done. It will not move the mountain, even though you think that you're operating in faith. If the mountain's not moving, it's because you're not moving it with faith. You're kind of stuck spinning your wheels in zeal, and I have been there many, many times. So I hope that kind of sort of answers your question a little bit. Thank you for your questions. Keep submitting them. We'll try to address some of them in video form. And as always, jump in there and take some classes, and we look forward to getting to know you. Have a great day.